guys, welcome back. So, if you have been thinking of investing or recently started investing, then this video is for you. In this video, I will be sharing 5 powerful beginner-friendly ways to invest your first or any $1,000. They are simple, realistic, and proven to help your money work for you. Let's get started. The first way to invest your $1,000 is in index funds. An index fund is an investment that replicates a particular stock market index. A very popular index that most people are familiar with is the S&P 500 that tracks the top 500 largest companies in the US. So, instead of buying 500 different stocks, owning an index fund that tracks the S&P 500 would give you automatic part ownership into 500 different companies. Easy peasy. If you want to understand how the US stock market is performing, all you have to do is to look up the performance of the S&P 500. You can do this by looking up something called the year to date. You must be aware that there are different indexes that track different markets, different sectors, and different industries. You have the FTSE 100 in the UK, the CAC 40 in France, Nikkei 225 in Japan, among others. Just to clarify, you cannot own or buy an index. You can only own or buy an index fund. Why are index funds your go-to? They provide you with diversification. Owning an index fund will automatically give you exposure into hundreds of companies. Secondly, it follows a passive investing strategy. So the idea isn't to beat the market, it's actually to just match it. Low associated fees. The expense ratio associated with index funds are pretty minimal compared to other managed funds. And then you have long-term growth. Index funds have historically provided a 6 to 7% annualized returns, so it is a great way to grow your portfolio. Some examples of your index funds include the Vanguard 500 Index Fund, the Fidelity 500 Index Fund, and the Schwab 500 Index Fund. The second way to invest your $1,000 would be in exchange traded funds, ETFs. ETFs function similarly to index funds. However, ETFs trade throughout the day in the stock market, while index funds trade only once a day. In addition, ETFs do not have a minimum requirement. You can buy one share of an ETF, while most index funds require a minimum of around $500 to $1,000. Some examples of ETFs include the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF and the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The third way to invest your $1,000 is in bonds. A bond is simply a loan to a government or a corporation with a promise that they would pay you back with interest. So, bonds provide you with stability for your portfolio because they are not usually affected by the volatility that stocks experience. In addition, you get interest income from bonds, and like I earlier mentioned, it is a great opportunity to diversify your portfolio. Bonds, you want to be aware that they vary in their safeness. You have investment grade bonds and the non-investment grade bonds. Investment grade bonds provide you with lower interest rates and, of course, lower risk as compared to non-investment grade bonds. And the basis for categorizing them as investment and non-investment grade bonds vary. Some good examples of bonds are the Fidelity investment grade bonds and the Schwab short-term US Treasury ETF. Now, if you just want to keep your money somewhere and you are not really looking to directly put it in a volatile stock market right now, and you want it to still accrue higher interest as compared to leaving it in your regular savings account. Then the fourth way to invest your money would be in money market funds. A money market fund is a type of mutual funds that invest in short-term, high-quality instruments like the government securities and certificates of deposit. Money market funds provide you with stability, similar to bonds, liquidity because you can always sell them and get your money back as soon as possible. And then they also offer you or provide you with interest income. Currently, the interest rates on money market funds sits around 3.8 to 4% in the US. And hold up, before you tell me, oh, 4% is too low for me, in my opinion, you are at least beating inflation, which currently sits at around 2.9% to 3% in the US. So it is a win-win. You are preserving your money and you also get to beat inflation. Now, if you've been considering the real estate market or trying to get into the property market, but you don't quite have enough money to own a property, then the fifth way to invest your money would be in real estate investment trusts. I know they sound very fancy, but they trade exactly like stocks. A REIT is a company that owns, manages, and operates high-yielding real estate investments like shopping malls, apartment complexes, data centers, and office buildings. By law, REITs are required to pay 90% of their profits to shareholders in form of dividends. So, some great advantages are first, you get your dividend income that you can always reinvest. Secondly, you get to have a great diversification for your portfolio. And then it gives you exposure into the real estate market. Some examples of REITs include public storage, and you also have privileges. Before you start investing, there are some questions you should ask yourself. First one is, what is my risk appetite? How much volatility am I comfortable with? Secondly, what is my time horizon? Short, medium, or long term? Thirdly, how much more money do I have beyond the first 1,000 that I can use to invest? Fourthly, what is my aim for investing? Is it to grow or to get income or even both? The last one might be, do I have a steady income to support my investment journey? With this, we have come to the end of this video. I want you to beware of the fact that everybody's investment journey is going to be different. So never and do not compare yourself to anyone. Make sure that you're investing in investments or instruments that you are comfortable with. Do your research and make sure that this is what you want to do. I hope that you found this video helpful and interesting. Let me know in the comment section which of these investments you will be considering or which ones you currently own. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26.